Okay. So this is a 12 house read for Taurus. And Taurus, let's go through each house. I've already pulled the cards, but my memory card was full, so sorry about that. Your strength this month is some divine union or a partnership. This could be a marriage. This could be a new business opportunity, but this is one of the best cards that you could have for your strength for the month. So whatever you're working on, keep working on it. Whatever is most important to you, just keep doing it. The specifics of each house will show you how to uphold this energy. And if you are not aware of what each house represents in your own natal chart, I highly suggest that you learn or start to learn about that, because it truthfully can bring you into your power, and it can really bring you into alignment with the nature of your soul, essentially. So the first house is representative and characterized by the way that the world sees you. And this month, the way that the world sees you is as someone who is taking a new path. You're starting a new beginning. The Fool is the beginning and the ending of the major arcana, and this is going to be the overarching theme of this month. So you want to make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, you're constantly coming back to how it is that you can most confidently walk in this new world and walk in this path. Your second house is representative of the material plane and everything that you have in that plane. It represents your comfort, your home, your wealth, your income, your physical assets. So what it looks like here is that you might be a little bit tired, but you've been working really hard. There's a sense of a little sense of restlessness, but it is in pursuit of the good. It is a good thing. You're taking a short break. You could be taking a short vacation or a long weekend, and you can see that this person is resting on this staff and they're outside. So this is an important aspect. This is important to do to support the strength in the center. Your third house is representative of the way that you communicate in the world. And you have the Five of Cups, which looks like a loss. It's not a loss in totality. Mostly you're focusing on a loss. And what I would suggest for you to do is to see the cups behind you. There are 2 cups behind you, and you have a 2 of Cups in your 12th house, which is the house of transformation. It's the house of the unknown and the house of death and rebirth. So what you don't see here is that there is something new happening. So at the moment, though, you are not looking at that, at least in the way that you communicate. So that is something to consider. Your fourth house represents the home. And any place that you call your home or a home space. It could be your workspace. It could be, your family's home, your own home. Maybe you work from home, because if you see this person is working, they're in action. There's movement, and along off in the distance, there's some sort of farmhouse. So this is what you're working towards. It does seem like you're trying to build your own home. I don't think that you have that at the moment, and that's what you're working towards. Your fifth house generally represents creativity. It can represent kids, your children, things that are passionate, that you're passionate about, your hobbies, media, filmmaking, anything that brings you that creative fulfillment. And it looks like you're keeping those ideas close to you. So you're building something, you're definitely building something, showing that you're starting something new in relationship to the first house. You're building something, but you're not really revealing what that is, and you're keeping your ideas close to you. So if you're a parent specifically, you could be implementing like new hobbies or new ideas to your children, but you're not really playful. You're doing it in a constructive way. So this is a very constructive energy. It's a very structured energy, and it's firm and it's confident. It's not with spite at all. It's just very logical. Your sixth house represents your health, and it is important to nurture this house, but it looks like there's some sort of completion. There's some sort of victory, which is generally the term that most people use for the Six of Wands. Think about the ways that you can support this house. Think about the ways that you can support your health. But it looks like you are focusing on the things that you eat. You're focusing on, your rituals, your exercise. Those are supporting whatever it is that you're beginning. And they're going to help you move through this third house energy. It's going to help your communication and your confidence in your words it's going to help. That's all. So let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your seventh house is representative of partnerships and friendships. It could be partnerships in the workplace. You could work with a lot of people. You could be in like PR or marketing or even real estate. This is just an example, like anything to do with communication or media. You could be a teacher, and also, this represents your relationship. So this is a really positive, I'm getting a positive feeling. I'm seeing you with a lot of friends. It seems like you're going out in order to get support around this idea that you're starting, whatever it is that you're starting. You're bringing in your strength, which is in the center. You're bringing that in through sharing this idea, and they're supporting your venture. Your eighth house, the eighth house represents the occult. It represents sex. It represents all things that are otherworldly, mysticism, mystics, tarot, astrology. It represents anything that is meta. It can also represent like math and physics, like truth, like deep truths. And you're finding a lot of fulfillment this is actually what is bringing the fulfillment to you. So, and realize that these are cups, and cups are related to love and passion and family and people, like feeling fulfilled, like the feeling you get when you're hugging someone, you know, and you can see the children are running around. For some of you, it's definitely related to your children or the way that you're parenting. Maybe since maybe you have just started a new relationship, considering this is the Four of Wands, and you're, you know, now around these children, but they really are welcoming you, for those of you that is relevant to. Your ninth house represents all things that are above the earthly plane. It represents spirituality and higher learning. And what is happening here is that you're moving away from wherever you were. You're on a new path, and it doesn't have to be a new path, but it's showing that you're in movement and you're going somewhere. So to activate this house, read texts that are related to spirituality. Like, read any information that is going to support this house, because it's going to keep you in the positive places that you are, related to your strength and your first house and your fourth house. So your 10th house, which is the next house, shows the Tower, and there could have been something that you had not expected that happened in your career. Maybe you left a position, or maybe something happened. There was a shift, and there's kind of a hole in whatever. There was a crack. Maybe it was like a falling out with someone that is a partner, a business partner. Or maybe you didn't get a job that you wanted. It could be related to school as well. Anything related to your career or the way that people see you. Realize this, the Tower card, these things happen, and they have to happen. It is a natural cycle. So I would not dwell on that, because clearly you have a lot of richness in everything else. So to deflect from your 3rd and 10th house, they are clearly related. The way you communicated something to someone at work, and you're reflecting on it, and you're kind of upset about it, but it's okay, because you can use your other houses to focus on other aspects of your life. And right now, that's pretty important. So your 11th house represents your friendships, and even your colleagues. And again, this is just confirming whatever it is just happened with you at work. There was some upheaval, and there's some change. The way that I read fives is not in a negative way. That is my personal opinion. Fives represent change, and fives are a positive number in my own life. It is completely up to you, but it's showing that there were differences of opinions, and that is not a bad thing. That is also a natural part of life. Your 12th house represents a union. It is the 2 of Cups. So it's just a confirmation that a new cycle and a new opportunity is happening. And it's going to be something that you feel passionate about. It's going to be something that you can be an authority figure in. You are a leader of some sort, and that is going to be seen and reflected within this transition. So if I were you, I would look at these cards and look and see which ones stand out to you the most. And in order to balance out the difficulty in the 10th, the 11th, and the 3rd house, you can use other houses and you can strengthen those houses, right? So definitely your 6th, your 7th. So focusing on your health and your partnerships and your relationship to spirituality or higher learning or education in general will bring you into and keep you into this strength, which is the 4 of Wands, which is a really celebratory energy. All right. Thank you so much.